What's up, guys? Lord Civic here, and today we're here to talk about the second episode of The Penguin. Two things. First and foremost, we are going to be talking spoilers, so if you haven't watched the episode, please make sure to go into that. Also, I'm a little sick, so I'm going to be coughing or whatever. I'm trying to like hold it in or whatever, but regardless, let's hop into it. So I very much enjoyed the episode. I don't know if I like the second or the first episode more. They were both very, very great. During the second episode, I did have a very huge grin across my face a lot of the episode. But the episode begins with a shot of Sophia Falcone back in, was it Blackgate or Arkham Asylum? I don't know, I can't remember. But basically her brother is going to visit her. First and foremost, I know they took Alberto from us, like basically like that in the first episode, and I do think that was an excellent foundation to reach off on. But we can see that his death is basically having waves, not only on her temperament and the way that she's navigating situations and her becoming even more distrustful than she already is, but like in the metaphor of like basically her first couple of days in prison, and then, you know, her brother being like the only one to visit her. I think that was established in the first episode, and we see him visibly taken from her in the same way that like when she just got out, she barely had like maybe a week or a couple of days with him right after she got out. And we know that they already had a great relationship, but that whole thing with him being like one of the only people to visit her while she's in prison establishes their relationship so much. She wakes up right after seeing that whole vision of him being shot right up on the glass or whatever. She sees a view of his trunk or whatever, and you can just see that she's totally spiraling, man. More so than she already spiraled, because I mean, she's a serial killer. She hung, I think they said 9 ladies, which is just insane, but spiraling more so than somebody that's a serial killer can even spiral already. But we see this she's an amazing actress. I loved her so much in How I Met Your Mother. I know I said that in the first video or whatever, but phenomenal actress, and I'm so glad she's getting the spotlight and seeing just how she's like just tearing apart this role, man. She's freaking outstanding. So the show is about the Penguin though, and let me say this again, I love how like they're just making this so focused on the Penguin. Like they're not making this a show, you know, where Batman's in the backdrop or whatever, and there is slight references to him, like whether it be situations or like name drops or whatever, but this is like the Penguin show, like first and foremost. So, man, dude, this guy can talk himself out of any freaking situation. We saw it in the first episode. We also see that in the Batman in Iceberg Lounge. But then again, Batman slammed us against glass. And then also Batman, like, chased him down and flipped over his car and easily got the information out of him. But a lot of the episode takes place around the funeral. And I love how the events in the first episode and then the beginning of this second episode just lead out to just, like, basically, like, almost like a finale of sorts of like the situation, everything like build up to it. Obviously there's going to be like a bigger finale and like the actual finale, but just I love what they're doing. So first and foremost, early in the episode, see a situation that the Penguin set up with the Maronis to hijack the truck, not only to establish power and say that they're taking it and that the drug business and stuff is they're going to be theirs instead of the Falcones, but also additionally he's manipulating, and every situation he basically not only takes it as like a job to make money, but he also takes it as an opportunity to manipulate people and to gain another little piece of power, whether it be another person in his pocket or whether it be like actual room in the city or whatever. Like Colin Farrell is just doing a phenomenal job, not only with his speaking role and everything, but just like really freaking cool. So the episode, as I said, starts off with that whole situation going down. The Penguin is not supposed to be in the car, and the whole situation is set up, and then Johnny Vitti, you know, obviously he's distrustful of the Penguin, or maybe he just doesn't like him because everybody wants him freaking dead, but he's able to get him on the truck, and the Penguin is able to navigate the situation, and basically, you know, the truck where everybody's supposed to die on, he kills the people on the truck, he shoots the driver or whatever, and the driver ends up still being alive for like a couple of minutes more, or a couple of seconds more. And then one of Maroni's men is about to shoot the Penguin or whatever. He's like, no, wait, it's me, blah, 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 blah. And then the driver's still alive. He ends up shooting him. The Maroni guy's dead. And like, or I assumed that he was dead. And that's really why I didn't pay that much attention to the character. And I actually had to skip back because I'm going to talk about that in a little second with the events that happen at the funeral or whatever, the funeral after service. But I like how they're taking little things that, like, you know, you blink or you miss, or you're not paying that close attention to, that you don't understand that it can be later used as like an important part in like the show or the episode. And it's like so many stuff that I know is going to take place later that's just going to be very important. So also, one more thing before we get to the whole funeral service, which I'm going to be talking about for the last part of the episode. I love how characters are not dumb. Like, the whole thing with his mom, like, knowing about the murder and all the different stuff like that and figuring out and, like, telling that there's something wrong with her son. Or even Eve, the lead courtesan lady. She's like, you're putting me and my girls in danger, because she knew that Penguin would only use an alibi if it was something really important with her. And, like, basically she knew that he killed Alberto. Like, she figured out, he never outright said it, but, like, they have this bond of, like, obviously, I don't know, like, maybe that's his girl or whatever, maybe he doesn't trust any other girl or whatever, but she's able to see him. And I like how, unlike a lot of shows, they don't really dumb down the characters. Like, everybody is either very paranoid and has an idea of what's going on, or they just outright know what's going on. So, like I said, the episode mostly takes place over the funeral. Now, with the funeral, a lot of stuff happens. A lot. So, first and foremost, the detective that we see earlier in the episode, which is a freaking drophead. First of all, I love how corrupt Gotham is. This whole city is just grimy and dirty. And it was just established with the Batman, you know, seeing, like, basically the whole police force and everybody, and even the politicians and stuff, are corrupt or whatever. But crime has skyrocketed by 40%. First of all, where the hell is vengeance? But that's not what we're going to talk about. We're talking about the Penguin. And everybody is just trying to grab a piece of the pie. The Penguin, the show, like, he's going to obviously probably take over it all. But, like, it's just really exciting seeing how everybody is just so grimy. Like, he literally pops drop heads right in front of, like, everybody in the crowd or whatever. And, like, you know, he's a police commissioner. In any other town or city, I think that would be called out. But, you know, it's Gotham. It's just a filthy city. So he's easily manipulated by Sophia Falcone with money and drugs. And later in the episode, he's able to get the Maroni man that we thought died earlier in the episode. And I honestly didn't remember his face because, as I said, I didn't think he was that important of a character at first. And he is, like, taken from the hospital, taken to the house in the middle of Alberto's after service. And then we just see so much shit happen, man. Like, Sophia got basically big boyed by her uncle early in the episode, and you can see her already starting to become distrustful, not only Johnny, but her own family, her uncle as well. And, like, basically he's, like, babying her, and, like, honestly, she should have the throne, like, basically be controlling the family. But, like, obviously, as I guess the more sane person, if you can even say that, because we see him, like, gun down somebody in person. He's not a serial killer, but regardless, so much happens. We see the Penguin about to get outed. Oh my gosh, I'm about to even forget this. We see the Penguin about to get outed after this guy is taken from the hospital, and the Maronis are literally about to kill him. And he takes the papers that he was going to give to the uncles of the pictures of Johnny Vitti early in the episode, and is able to give the Maronis basically right as he's about to get stabbed. And he's like, I'll figure out the situation. I promise. I'll get it fixed or whatever. So then after that, at the funeral service, the Maroni man is in the basement. He's about to get took. The bodyguard is watching him or whatever. And the Penguin, by knowing that from the information at the Maronis that he's in the basement there now, he's able... Well, no, he doesn't even know he's in the basement. And this is so crazy, man. He is so freaking lucky, not only with talking himself out of every situation, but being able to just take a situation, a job, and just, like, create a plan on the fly. Like, it's almost like Batman level. Like, it's insane, like, just how much he's just so able to easily choreograph a situation to work in his benefit. So basically he goes to Johnny Vitti saying, hey, you don't even trust me or whatever, blah 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 blah. He gets the bodyguard to basically get scolded by Johnny Vitti, and then the other, like, small henchmen. I don't know what the guys or the actors or the character's name is. And basically they're scolding him. In that time, the Penguin is like, you need to say the name Johnny Vitti. You need to say the name Johnny Vitti. And he's like, you know what? Let me not even take the risk. I'm just going to kill you. And in doing that moment, he sets, like, a spiral chain reaction of sorts of, like, I think his original plan was to plant the knife that he killed the Maroni Man with on Johnny Vitti, and even in that moment, he like gets angry at him, but I guess he's not able to get his hand to him when they all start searching the man, and then he drops the thing into the bodyguard's thing. Now, it's crazy because he gets two birds, one stone with that situation, because he's not only able to do, because early in the episode we see the whole thing with the bodyguard's man, like he's in the Penguin's, not really in pocket, but he deals with him or whatever, so he gets him dead. So that's somebody that's like totally out. He also is able to establish trust, or more trust than he did earlier in the episode with Sophia, and it's just so much. He also, gosh, this is also another genius thing. He also basically covers up Sophia's only trusting person, like basically an entire organization is it. And like, you know, it's crazy that she didn't let him speak for a little bit longer, but she's just so angry and so looking for somebody to blame for her brother's death or whatever, that she just saw the opportunity. She's like, give me the gun, give me the gun. She didn't really even think about it, because I think if she asked him, he probably would have said something about the Penguin or whatever. But regardless, he's dead. Penguin got that covered over. He also covered the Maroni's men. I don't know how the Maronis are going to react to one of their men being killed. I don't know how important that guy was to the organization or whatever, but him planting the knife, that was just like such a freaking good switcheroo and different stuff like that. Gosh, like there's just so much that happened, and like, you know, he finally was able to get to Sophia's side by, you know, telling him the fake story about his mom, because like obviously his mom's alive, but then again, why would you tell a serial killer that kills women that your mom's still alive? Because obviously she would use that as ammunition. And she looked almost a little distrusting of him when he said it, but I don't know, maybe something like that will come to light. But his mom has dementia. She's paying the landlord. He's playing the landlord to take care of her and watch her and different stuff like that. And like, there's just so much like dangerous stuff that's happening, and I just love that instead of like, I mean, I don't think the Penguin's gonna die, but dude, this guy lives his life on the freaking edge, man. Like, he just talks himself out of every situation. He's so quick thinking, it's almost freaking Batman level. And Victor, man, like, I just like how he like has a soft spot for Victor. And but you know, like when he messed up the plan, like planting the jewels, which I don't really, he wasn't there, so he didn't really see it, but I don't think Victor really could have did anything. But like, he was able to get out of it, and he made him get in the grave when he was like burying the bodies and different stuff like that. But dog, this show is just so crazy. Like, I've been talking for like almost 13 minutes, and like I didn't even cover everything in the episode. Like, you know, Sophia cousin trying to manipulate her in a way, and then like when her daughter is actually in harm's way, she like gets scared or whatever, like acting like she's all trusting, but she's not. And it's just like so many little things, so many little looks, or so many things of dialogue, so many things are spoken. Like, Sophia doesn't trust anybody now, and like she trusts Oz a little, because like, you know, he told her that story, a fake story again, like I said, with his mother or whatever, but she wants to take her uncle down. She is a freaking dog on a leash. That's, you know, as I said earlier in this review, it's kind of saying, but like, she's crazy, she's a serial killer, and like people call her the hangman or whatever. There was a whole protest outside the funeral, man. Like, I'm just so excited to see what's gonna happen. Like, Colin Farrell is a phenomenal actor, and you know, everybody's just like doing an excellent job. And I didn't even talk about like the cinematography and the camera work and everything of the episode. Like, it's just really good. If I had to give this episode a rating, I think I gave the first episode like 8.5. I'd probably give this like an 8.2 to 8.5 maybe. I don't know, I don't really have like a hard rating. As I said, I'm still trying to digest the episode, but regardless, I very much enjoyed it. Now let me know what you guys thought of the episode. I'm really excited for episode 3 to come out on Sunday. I'm going to go see Hans Zimmer tomorrow in California, so that's why I'm trying to like, I don't know, I hope I wasn't a little too fast in talking this video, but regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I'm excited to see you guys next week. Hope you guys have a great day.